quick because you know what? Let me be transparent. Dr. Ericka is tired. I am so tired. Ooh, let me tell you what happened today. I ordered Instacart because I knew that there was no way I was going to make it to the grocery store, and I've been out of town, so there's no food here. And I know for myself, and this is one of those things I encourage you to do, is that if I don't have healthy food in the house, I end up going to the sports bar downstairs and getting a burger and fries. What is not in line with my current health goals? Burger and fries. So I ordered Instacart. I beeped them in the door downstairs. I fell asleep before they got up here and was asleep for 30 minutes before I got my groceries. So I'm tired. So we are going to get in and out. So, a couple quick things. I'm your host, Dr. Ericka, Harvard trained, double board certified psychiatrist and integrative lifestyle coach. I am as rashly passionate about helping you be better, do better, and live better. I do that through my adult telepsychiatry. My books, including Fix Your Fairy Tale, A Woman's Guide to a Great Life, Love, and Legacy, my speaking, and my hit podcast, Better with Dr. Ericka. I have a new episode coming out sometime today. Because you know what? I'll be honest, I was tired. It's done. I just need to upload it. But I've been so tired today. You know, life happens, grown-ups happen. As I tell you, sometimes we have to give ourselves just a little bit of grace. So I did. So I do all that to help people like you that are so busy, and you show up for your friends, you show up for your family. You often do not show up for yourself. So I do all this to help put you back in your life. Couple of housekeeping things. The first thing, if you know someone that needs this, please share. If you know someone that needs this, please tag. Just type in tag. Sharing is caring. The last thing is, if you're watching it later, don't even worry about it. Just put a hashtag replay in the comments. Let me know you're here. Just come in. Let me know where you're watching it from. My face is still itching a little bit. I had on full makeup for 3 days in a row. You know I don't wear makeup like that. I had lashes on for 3 days. Me, lashes, for real? Yes, it happened. So let's make some stuff happen. Let's do this. So today we are talking about what is anxiety. You might be like, Dr. Ericka, why are we talking about what is anxiety? Number one, 40 million people in the U.S., according to the Anxiety and Depression Association, have anxiety in the U.S. 40 million people is a lot of people. The next thing is, I can't tell you how many people I talk to. They're like, I'm anxious. I've been anxious. I have anxiety, doc. I got anxiety. What do we do with this anxiety? I hear it all the time. And what I want to do is, number one, I want to help bring some education in here so you're a little bit more aware of what is feeling anxious or anxiety that potentially is not problematic versus that is problematic, so that you can identify if you may need some help or if this is something relatively small that you can use some self-guided interventions to do. So that's why I'm here today, because there's been so much overwhelm. There are so many things. Adulting is hard. Say it with me. Adulting is hard. So let's get to this. I'm not keeping you here all day. So as we said, 40 million people in the U.S. have an anxiety disorder. Now, the thing to keep in mind is we're talking about anxiety in general. You can feel anxious or have anxiety and not meet clinical criteria for anxiety disorders. So let's first talk about what even is anxiety. So you can, some people read along a little bit better. The American Psychological Association defines anxiety as an emotion characterized by feelings of tension, worried thoughts, and physical changes like increased blood pressure. So basically it's the tension, worrying, and some type of body feelings. Because some people have increased blood pressure, some people have other things. I like to break it down to something even simpler. A feeling of fear, dread, or uneasiness. Simple. Sometimes I like going with simple. So now that we talked about what anxiety is, let's talk about some of the difference between experiencing anxiety and having an anxiety disorder. So as we talked about before, kind of the diagnostic Bible for mental health professionals is the Diagnostic Statistical Manual. We're on version 5TR. TR stands for text revision. So we call it the DSM-5TR. So according to the DSM, they lump these different types of things or illnesses in different categories. So some of the common ones under anxiety disorder, you have generalized anxiety disorder, which is kind of feeling generally anxious, panic disorder, agoraphobia, phobias, post-traumatic stress disorder, separation anxiety disorder. So those are some anxiety disorders that are listed. Now, one of the things we talked about is it's not unusual to have some anxiety and not necessarily meet criteria for a disorder. Where I look at that line of when it becomes something really to concern yourself is it getting in the way? Is how you feel getting in the way of you getting things done, your daily life or work. So that we're back to that word we talk about a lot, impairment. So I want you to kind of keep an eye on those kinds of things because sometimes people can feel anxious and think about you have a test or a deadline coming up. You feel a little bit anxious. You feel like you get hyper focused and you get all this stuff done, like cramming for a test or doing a paper. And then it feels a little bit more functional versus if it's a week or two and you have a deliverable and you are super anxious about it, you can't focus, you can't get anything done. You're thinking about it when you're doing other things, you're up late at night thinking about it. That's not functional. So we're looking for how much does it get in the way of your everyday life? And some of the things you're looking for, you're looking at how do you feel? What are your emotions? Do you feel subjectively like you're really worried? Do you feel like you're afraid something really bad is going to happen? Are you afraid something catastrophic is going to happen? Also, the tension, a lot of times people have tension in their shoulders, their back, their neck, and even get tension headaches or feel tension in their jaw. The next thing to kind of also keep an eye out for are those physical symptoms. They talked about the American Psychological Association mentioned increased blood pressure, but you can have things like some people get sweating, they feel like it's hard to breathe, they feel sick to their stomach, all kinds of stuff. And I want you to start paying attention to your body. So I just want to have a few moments just to talk about what is anxiety so we can get you on the path of starting to identify when it's time to get some help. And as we talked about, number one, I feel like everybody could benefit from a therapist. Number two is also looking at the level of impairment. Are things getting in the way, or do you just not feel like yourself? Because also sometimes when people are anxious, they get irritable and get cranky, and nobody likes feeling cranky. So that's what I got for you today. Keep an eye out for anxiety, a feeling of fear, dread, and uneasiness. Thank you for tuning in today. That's what I have for you today. I told you I'm a little tired, so I want to get you some knowledge and show up because it's so important to show up and be consistent. But I need to do what I tell you. I need to get some rest. So again, I'm your host, Dr. Ericka, Harvard-trained, double board certified psychiatrist and integrative lifestyle coach. I can't talk today. I'm extremely passionate about helping you be better, do better, live better. I do that through my adult telepsychiatry, my book, Fix Your Fairy Tale, A Woman's Guide to a Great Life, Love, and Legacy, my speaking, and my hit podcast, Better with Dr. Ericka, where we will have a new episode loading in this evening. And I do all that to help busy people like you that show up for everybody else. I do this to put you back in your life. Thank you so much for tuning in. You know, if you need some high quality telepsychiatry, check over to AskDrGoodwin.com, learn a little bit more about my practice. Quick warning, I currently have free consultations. They're about to be a charge. So you might want to get in on this deal because this is changing very quickly. So check it out there. And as you know, you can check out the podcast Better with Dr. Ericka on any podcast platform. Or you can go to betterthepodcast.com. I would love to have you rate, review, and subscribe. That's what I got for you. I will be back next Tuesday at 7 p.m. because you know you can find me then. I am excited to see you. Thank you so much. Take your right hand, put it on your left arm, left hand, put it on your right arm. Give yourself a squeeze, give yourself some love. And until next time, have a better day.